Good morning to all of you. I'm very happy to be back again. I love I love your church. I think of it as my church too when I'm in Perth. So I'm so happy to be part of the worship this morning. How many of you loved the worship this morning? It was amazing, isn't it? And I also was really blessed. Well, Pastor reminded you that you're part of the work that God is doing in India. You are part of what I'm going to share just now for just 5 minutes. I promise you it'll be just 5 to 6 minutes. That's why I didn't bring my Bible, then it'll become longer. So, just 5 minutes. Well, I bring greetings to you from Hyderabad in India, somewhere in the center of India. How many of you know where Hyderabad is? Yes. Okay, somewhere in the center of India, a little bit more south. And so I bring greetings to you from my wife and my children. I have 3 daughters, one 29, one 27, and one 3.5 years old. That's how they laughed at Abraham and Sarah. If God could do it with Abraham and Sarah, can He do it with me and my wife? Well, God gave her to us when she was 1 day old. She came to our home when she was 1 day old. She could have been aborted at 6th month of pregnancy. This is my patient, my HIV positive patient whom I was treating for over 5 years, and she wanted to abort this baby at 6th month of pregnancy. And me and my wife said, no, don't abort this baby. Then she came again at 7th month, and she said, I want to abort this baby. Send me to some doctor who will abort this baby. I don't want this baby. And so my wife said, and I told her, well, if you don't want the baby, then give the baby to us. We'll take care of her. And we had said that to about 50 mothers before. But all of them, once the baby was born, they always wanted to keep the baby.
Yes, right.
But this one took me and my wife at our word. And promptly after birth, on the first day, first thing she tried selling the baby. And she struck a deal for $300 Australian dollars, which is about 20,000 rupees or $400. And she had sold the baby. And just then God had it that my social worker walked into the hospital and recognized this lady, and he said, hello, how are you? Did you deliver a baby? So she said yes, and I also sold the baby already. So my social worker was very upset. So he found the man who had bought the baby and said, did the woman tell you the deal about this baby? So he said, no, he never said anything about the deal about this baby. Then didn't she tell you that she's HIV positive? So that man got very scared, and immediately the deal fell through. And she was very upset with my social worker. She said, I was going to get 20,000 rupees and you've just broken this deal. What do I do with this baby? So our social worker said, why don't we take it to the clinic, to the doctor's clinic? And so the clinic was already closed at 4 o'clock, so they came home with this baby. And then they put the baby on the doorstep. And they were just outside somewhere. And when my wife came home, she found this baby on the steps. And she looked around and she didn't find anybody. And then she found them chatting at the side of the road. Then she called them in and she said, bring the baby into our living room. And she told this lady, I'll give you 3,000 rupees every month to take care of this baby. You take care of this baby. And she said, no, I don't want. And then she said, okay, I'll give you a place to live. and give you 3,000 rupees. She said, no, I don't want this baby. If you don't take this baby, I'm going to put the baby on the railway tracks. That's when my wife called me. I was out of town. And she said, what do we do with this baby? I said, okay, let the baby stay at home in our guest room. And then 2 days later, when I came home with my younger daughter, my second daughter, she took one look at the baby and she screamed and she said, Dad, come and see this lovely baby. And then I went in, and then my eldest daughter also came in. And then she said, Dad, this baby is not going anywhere. This baby is going to stay in our home. So before me and my wife could decide, my two daughters decided. And then the baby then from the doorstep moved to the guest bedroom, and that night moved into our bedroom. And ever since, she's been our baby.
Yeah, that's right.
And praise God, she's an amazing gift of God to us. She's made me younger. You know, every year I'm growing younger.
Yes, great.
And and my life is full of faith and hope and joy because of this baby. I want to tell you this story. It's a very precious story, very close to my heart. It's a story very close to, very sensitive story, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
But I want to share it with you because you are part of what we are doing in India. You as a church, we thank you for being a blessing to this clinic in Hyderabad. I'm very excited that for 12 years, we did only HIV/AIDS work in Hyderabad in our clinic. And we treated over 1,000 HIV positives every month. Can you believe that 1,000 people used to come to my clinic every month? HIV positives.
Wow.
And we would give them free medicines every month. Now it's come down to 600 a month.
That's great.
But still, it's good news, isn't it? 1,000 to 600 means AIDS is kind of dropping. But still, 600 people being cared for every month. And thank you for being a part of it. But I'm also very excited because just recently I reopened a leprosy clinic.
Wow.
I did leprosy work for 20 years and then stopped it and then went on to AIDS work. But again, I've reopened a leprosy clinic 1 day a week. And that clinic is again drawing many people with leprosy to my clinic. So I'm very excited. It's my second innings.
Yeah.
You know what a second innings is, isn't it? You know, Australia and India should know this. We are always fighting for the cup, the cricket cup. So this is my second innings in leprosy and I'm very excited because God is giving me more opportunities to cure people of leprosy. Just like God is giving me opportunities to care for people with HIV. God is giving me great opportunities to care for leprosy again. And I invite you to come. Pastor Steve has promised to come 2 years in a row and to bring a team. Now I'm going to hold him accountable for the third year.
Next year.
Next year.
Next year, we're going.
Yeah, please.
Everybody,
Please come. Please come as a team. Just come for 5 days or 7 days. Okay?
Yeah.
And we can have a team of even up to 7 or 10 of you. And it would be lovely for you to come. Or if you don't want to come, then we'll hire a plane or something. Thank you, and God bless you. I love all of you.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
You are wonderful people, and I share my love with you, my wife and I, and my 3 daughters. So my second daughter got married, and at last I have a man in the house beside me. I've been surrounded by all women all my life. Now I have a son in my home, and so it's good to have a man around. You know, who understands me. So thank you, Pastor Steve, for this opportunity, and God bless you all. And continue to pray for us.